Hockey, thank you for checking out our signing day coverage on Fox10TV.com. National Signing Day for college football fans, it's nearly as big as the games. And for Alabama, still coming off that high from its national championship, plenty to get excited about. Nick Saban picks up a few players from the Gulf Coast to help build another top 5 class.
Alabama has scooped up top talent from our area the past few years, and the Tide gets 3 more today. Theodore linebacker C.J. Mosley, Blunt safety Jarek Williams, and Viger running back Jalston Fowler all headed to Tuscaloosa. For Mosley, the 6th-rated linebacker in the country, according to Rivals, it came down to the 2 big state schools, Alabama and Auburn, but he felt most comfortable in T-Town.
Auburn was in there for the long run. Just different things started to show out. Really can't say what it was. Kind of intangible things that was going on. This is where I felt more comfortable at, where I had my gut feeling at Alabama.
Williams, who Rivals has ranked as the 5th best safety in the country, is hoping to make an early impact.
They say I got a good chance of playing if I just come up there and do what I need to do, get better on my brakes and get a little more speed on me and learn the playbook and how to be in the game.
And Viger's Jalston Fowler has also signed with the Tide. He's already enrolled.
And Alabama's class rated, as I said, the top 5 by Scout.com, Rivals, and ESPN. DeMarcus Milliner, the big catch, top-rated corner in the country out of Stanhope Elmore in Alabama. Philip Sims, the number 2 QB. John Fulton and Williams will certainly add to the depth in the secondary. Cade Foster, a solid kicker. And even though wide receiver / safety Keenan Allen, the number 5 overall prospect in the country, decommitted late in the process, the Tide does get some help at wide receiver from DeAndrew White out of Texas. Let's take a closer look at Milliner, the Stanhope Elmore product. According to Scout, he is 6'1", 185, runs a blistering 4.35 in the 40. Scout's number 1 safety in the country. Rivals has him as the number 2 DB and 23rd rated prospect overall in the nation. Sims rated the 2nd best pro-style quarterback in the country, according to Rivals. Scout has him at number 2 as well. He is 6'2", 215, runs about a 4.7. Not the most mobile guy in the world. Of course, he's going to have to get in line behind Mobile's A.J. McCarron and Star Jackson, though Jackson may end up switching positions at some point down the road here. Here is Coach Saban with some extended thoughts on the 2010 class.
Now, you guys know that I'm not really much into the ratings and really don't even know how we are rated. And really don't much care, how we're rated. And every year I try to come up with some analogy to sort of put in perspective how you should rate recruiting classes. And maybe I've told you this one before, but if we went out to buy a hunting dog and it was a puppy, we would buy it based on its potential, lineage, whatever you want to call it, in terms of breeding, and we would know probably when that dog grew up whether it was a good hunting dog or not. And we would never know until we put him out in the field and saw him actually go hunt. But we would buy it without knowing for sure what that result would be. And I think, recruiting is not an exact science, and really it takes about 2 years to really evaluate whether you had a good recruiting class or not. So if we really wanted to figure it out, we should be talking about the 2008 recruiting class right now. How good was the 2008 class? Whether it was Julio Jones, Mark Ingram, Marcel Darius, Mark Barron, whoever you want to, Dante Hightower, whoever you want to talk about in that class now has been out on the field and proven to some degree that they're good players. And there's many other players in that class that are good players, and there's some other players that haven't had an opportunity to contribute that will contribute in the future as well. And, there's one thing that I always say to players when we recruit them, and a lot of these players make decisions based on where they can play next year. And the fact of the matter is not a whole lot of players actually play when they're freshmen. And only a few start, and some contribute. And we've certainly had our share contribute here. I think 2 years ago we had 4 newcomers start and 14 players play. And, last year we had a significant number of guys that played as well and made an impact on our team. And we always want to give these players an opportunity to play when they're freshmen. But are you going to be a better player when you're a senior in high school than when you're a freshman? And I think if you ask that question to any player, they would say, I'm a much better player now than I was when I was a freshman. And I think the same thing can happen when they get to college. They're going to improve each year. They're going to get bigger, stronger. They're going to have better knowledge and experience, and they're going to be able to participate. And that's why I think that the true rating of a recruiting class comes somewhere down the road when you look at how many people in that particular class turn out to be the kind of players that we think they might be. And, you know, we're very pleased because we have a unique circumstance in this class that we have 11 players, 7 new freshmen, 1 junior college transfer, 3 holdovers from a year ago, and a transfer from another school that are all here at mid-semester who are going to be a part of our team. And they're going to be here for spring practice. They're going to be here for off-season program. And that's going to enhance their development. And we feel very fortunate that we have quality players here that may impact our team and have given themselves a better chance to impact our team because they're going to be here a semester early.
Well, here are those rankings Coach Saban doesn't really care about. Alabama, of course, did well nationally, as I told you. So you know the Tide is ranked highly in the conference rankings, too. Although the SEC did so well, they're almost the same rankings. Florida at the top, Bama second, followed by Auburn, LSU, and Ole Miss there. Now on the rival side, you see Tennessee is 5th. But basically, they both are in agreement the top 4 are the same. Now nationally, Scout has Alabama 4th, Florida, despite really uncertain surroundings with Coach Myers' future, a consensus national recruiting champ, though you don't get a trophy for that. A couple Big 12 schools sneak in there ahead of the Tide. In the end, Saban and his staff had to go outside the state's borders a little more this year because there weren't as many top players in Alabama this year, and they did quite well. You can see the entire Alabama class listed on our website. And if you're looking for more on Auburn, South Alabama, or where the local athletes signed this year, those are on our site as well. Thanks for checking out Fox10TV.com's bonus coverage of signing day. I'm Rob Lee Hockey.